Whether you know it or not, our legal system is a fraud, and it has been since 1933 in all the colonial British colonies. Everything in the court is done in commerce. That means the Garda, the courts only have jurisdiction over corporations because they use the universal code of the UCC. Flesh and blood human beings are not corporations. So no court or Garda in the land has any jurisdiction over the people. The Great Deception is all about the bills, television licence, everything that brings you to court. When you go to the courthouse, the man behind the bench in most cases is not a judge. He is a magistrate. This is another name for an administrator, or otherwise known as admin. This is the part of the deception. The first thing they ask you if you are a John Doe, which is your strawman or your fictional character, they are trying to establish a connection between you and the person on the violation that they're fraudulently trying to get you to say that you're done. A strawman is an illegal fiction or a corporation that looks like your name, but is in all capital letters. It is not you. You are a flesh and blood human being with the name John Doe. Your person is your strawman, your corporation, that you are levied with and taxed under all the from television licence, car, registrations, anything to do with your cars. Under constitutional federal law known as the CRUS Code, you have every lawful right to travel. You do not need to get your car taxed, to get it insured, or to get it registered. We skipped that, we'll go on. Any contract, any contract that is entered into under duress and without all the facts being made clear to you, like your inalienable rights, is not valid and is not enforceable. However, as they're listening, they have the, what do you call it? They have all these here. See the recordings, and that's audio as well. However, the courts do not use sovereign law, or called common law anymore, and it hasn't been used in the court since 1933. However, section 1-308 of the UCC is the section containing the reservation of your constitutional rights. So if you invoke section 1-308, then you are reserving your constitutional rights, even if you are, or they get you to sign a document that takes them away. If you do not assert your rights, you will automatically lose them. Since the courts do not have jurisdiction over you as a flesh and blood human being, they have to do business through your strawman, because business can only be done through corporations. You are deceived into thinking that you must be responsible for your strawman, and you are deceived into thinking that you have to obey their rules. You do not, because it's fraud. So that the courts can have jurisdiction over you. In court, they first get you to identify yourself as your strawman. This is just a formality, and they have already assumed that you are responsible for this strawman. They don't assume that you know your legal rights and know about the constitutional law. Then the judge or magistrate asks you, do you understand the charges against you? Which there is none. Means, do you understand or stand under or agree to? No. I do not agree. In other words, by saying yes to that question means that you are entering into a contract with the court and the Garda to allow them to prosecute you. Since you give them jurisdiction over you, if you say no, they cannot prosecute you. Tell them that you do not wish contract with them and that they have no jurisdiction over you unless you consent, which you do not. At this point, the judge will try to get you to enter a plea of innocent, guilty or no contest. you must refuse to enter a play. If the judge tries to enter a play on your behalf, even if that is a non-guilty plea, you must object and tell the magistrate or the judge that they are not allowed to practice law from the bench. You operate under maritime law, and unless I robbed a fucking submarine, I am not guilty of any crime. I have committed no crime. So therefore, any documents that your prosecutor that the guards give you is null and void. So I'd like you to come out and tell me what I done wrong. All I've ever done was stand up for the people and their rights. You can call your goons off.
And it was possible for him.
Defend the right to protest!
End political policing!
Defend the right to protest! Defend the right to protest!
End political policing!
Defend the right to protest!
End political policing!
Defend the right to protest!
End political policing!
Defend the right to protest!
And political policing.
Defend the right to protest!
End political policing!
Labour blue shirts, feel the fall!
Jail, jail, jail them all!
Labour blue shirts, feel the fall!
Jail, jail, jail them all!
Labour blue shirts, feel the fall!
Jail, jail, jail them all!
Defend the right to protest!
Stop political policing.
Defend the right to protest!
Stop political policing.
Defend the right to protest!
Stop political policing. More than that, you won't take. Oh, jail.
He went down and had the kill everything. He had enough because he was going with us, man. Imagine what he was doing to them.